Confusion Bureau, United We Stand, Chapter 10, Arcade Striker JK5. Marissa Fairborn and Bat Madison entered the main monitoring room and walked up to a sensor technician at the station. Report! Marissa says he leaned down and peered at the display screen. The sensor technician pointed to a spot on the screen. There was a surge of demonic radiation 5 minutes ago, followed by 6 points teleporting in. There's a stronger surge 2 minutes later, and they teleported out. Marissa growled as she quickly identified the 6 points. Damn it! Therefore, it's just the elements of harmony. She stood up and walked around to the large wall-pointed monitor. The image line was a close-up of the barrier. On the screen marked the spot of teleportation. She growled and rapped the screen with her knuckles. I know what you're about to ask, General, and no. She turned her head as Bat walked up to her. The Earth Defense Command has no way to plot the direction of a teleportation. Bat nodded. I figured. For what it's worth, not just the U.S. military. He turned around. I want all crews on the perimeter on high alert, and to have anything suspicious reported in. My guess is that this is the prelude to something. What, I don't know, but we can't be caught unaware. Marissa stepped back and eyes wide as he watched the screen. Before she could say anything, another sensor technician spoke up. Gerald, Commodore, we have Pegasus emergency for the barrier. Bat spun around. The image on the screen had split in half. One side showed the same overhead view of the barrier, while the other showed it from the side. Pegasus flew up from the hole leading to Neo Equestria. He started flying around in a tight, circular column with a few dozen meters or so from the barrier's edge. A dial showing wind speed suddenly began climbing, even as another showing air pressure dropping. Dark clouds also floated up, collecting and coalescing around the barrier. Marissa shook her head. Weaponized weather, but a bit early. I expected them to wait until nighttime, at least. It's still 30 minutes to sundown. Back shook his head. Their mistake. He pointed to the map. We already got reinforcements from Fort Knox and Campbell. The perimeter's been re-established with reinforced with pre-railgun artillery. More useful against Pegasus and missiles. Marissa nodded. Those and the laser artillery platforms we airdropped in should keep them contained. For now, at least. Bat touched the comm in his ear. Contact the battalion CEO and tell him all positions have permission to fire. Take out that tornado team and any Pegasus fly out of the barrier. Last century could barely keep his excitement. Here he was, about to strike a blow for peace and harmony. He hopped from hoof to hoof as squadrons in front of him were called forward. One by one, they flew through Queen Celestia's gateway to Earth. The spread posted to help those nasty humans. Quicker than he thought, he stood at the base of the gateway. He could barely listen to Captain Armor's instructions as he took in the sight of the rolling energies that connected Neo Equestria to Earth. He suddenly snapped out of attention as his flight leader spread her wings and flew through the gateway. Flash followed her through the gateway, through the barrier, and he was on Earth. He unbuckled his saddlebags and raided his piles of potion. Flash's helmet slid down over his eyes, and he was blinded for a moment. He stopped in midair and slid it back. Loud crashes of thunder echoed through the air, surprising him. Wait, when did we send thunderclouds through? We had all available with regular dark clouds. Looked around, suddenly noticing how very few other Pegasus there were. The tornado that was supposed to be uprooting humans' weapons emplacements was barely rustling its mane. He looked to his left and saw a few Pegasus flying around, but not nearly enough to form a proper tornado. Just enough to kick the wind up. Dark clouds hung in the air, and he coughed. Where is... Boom. Sergeant Dale Pearson lowered his binoculars as his team continued firing shells into Pegasus from the barrier. Although their M198 howitzer was not specifically designed for anti-aircraft duties, their anti-burst cells were proving quite effective against their current targets. The roar of jet engines overhead briefly drew his attention, but he quickly focused once more on the barrier and the Pegasus still emerging from it. Continue with fire! A strong gust of wind blew through, causing everyone there to clutch at their helmets or duck behind sandbags. Dale scanned the barrier again and swore as he fired as more Pegasus flying in a tight circle. Trees near the area swayed and lost their rings. Fire control! Target the Pegasus trying to form a tornado! If they get going, we'll end up in Oz! One of the soldiers loading a shell looked over to the howitzer. In me, without my ruby slippers, he quipped. Dale allowed himself a smile before continuing, turning around and scowling. Get the tower, keep firing, or the wicked witch is going to be the least of our worries. Put a call to Battalion S4 too. I don't want us running low on ammo. He looked once more to the battlefield as more shells exploded amongst the Pegasi. God knows how many more are coming. A small dot near the barrier caught his attention. It quickly grew into a tan-colored Pegasus. Dale dropped his binoculars and pulled out his sidearm. Incoming! The Pegasus flew forward in a steep dive, hitting the ground. He bounced and skipped along the ground, rolling with each bump. He finally slowed to a halt a few meters from the howitzer, body heaving. His wings were torn, missing a lot of feathers, while his armor was pitted and ruptured. Blood matted down his mane, and oozed from cuts and gases along his forehead and body. Groans and cries of pain came from him as he tried and failed to get to his hooves. Dale swallowed. He looked back. Get a mag team here on the double! Reed, Alvarez, cover me! I'm going to check on him. He held his pistol up, slowly moved around his saddlebags. I'm coming to check on you. I will not harm you unless you try anything. The Pegasus slowly raised his head. His eyes focused on Dale's. Not in a position to stop you. His head dropped back and he panted. Didn't expect this. Dale's eyes narrowed as he knelt by the Pegasus. Didn't expect what? Resistance or me helping you out? What's your name? Last century. And resistance mostly. Although it's a bit surprising seeing you trying to help me after blowing me out of the sky. Dale looked over Flash over. Well, considering your queen or whatever is trying to wipe our species out without even asking, I'm not going to apologize. He froze his eyes and it fell upon Flash's saddlebags, several balls clinking around inside him. Flash raised his head and looked right into Dale's stare. Oh, don't worry. Those are just balls of bullshit. We were... He stopped, slapped his face with a hoof. Oh, horse apples. Dale turned away to his team. Get command on the line! We got something big! And get those medics here! A comm officer looked up from her screen. General, Commodore, there's news for the perimeter. She adjusted her headset as the two walked over to her station. Artillery persisted 23 reports taking a prisoner, along with 7 balls in their potion. Battling back, while Marissa let out a low whistle. This one hell of a break. Marissa nodded. If I may recommend Albot City for analysis, it's probably the closest and best place to study it, and develop some sort of countermeasure under controlled conditions. Pat raised his chin. Can't disagree with you on that. You heard her, Lieutenant. Send the word, and make sure they know to be extra careful with that crap. He paused. Let them know that POW better be taken care of, or else someone's ass is going to be in a sling. Marissa half smiled. Well, this may not be the beginning of the end. To paraphrase Mr. Churchill, the end of the beginning. Bat shrugged as he turned and looked to the main wall-mounted screen and barrier. Maybe, but we still got one hell of a middle and end. Equestria, across the Rainbow Bridge. Megan looked up. The ground raced above her head, a brown and green blur. She looked down between her forelegs and saw in the sky. She looked ahead as she flew over Equestria. Fireflies always make this look so lazy. She leaned to her right slowly, before throwing her entire weight of her body to her left. She spun around, momentarily righting herself, before spinning back around to end up right where she had been before. Of course! She slowed herself down, not entirely sure how. Her forward momentum slowed, finally ceasing. Megan hung in midair and swung her head about. Where the hell am I? She narrowed her eyes, but quickly yelped as the landscape zoomed in, blurring and dizzying her. She covered her head with her wings and shut her eyes, even as her forelegs folded up in the same position. A few minutes passed. Megan finally uncovered her head, slowly opening her eyes. She sighed in relief as the world did not suddenly converge on her. She slowly spun herself around, kicking her legs out as she righted herself up, sending out miniature whirlwinds with each thrust. After a halting spin, she found herself right side up. A cool breeze ruffled Megan's mane. She closed her eyes for a second, letting the horrors of the day's events fade, if only for a moment. Queen Celestia's voice had faded to little more than a whisper in the dark corners of her mind. It nattered away, other thoughts and concerns drawing the words out. Megan's eyes snapped open as he heard shouts and cries. Ears twisted, she quickly located the source of the cries. She turned and shot off, reaching a small lake in the middle of a forest within seconds. She threw her forelegs out as she slowed down. Still overshot the lake by 2 miles. Megan turned around and flew back slower. Still reached it within seconds. She leaned forward and flew down, as slow as she could. Down the lake, a small robot was out in the middle of the lake. Small Billy leaned over, reaching out for a colt in the wire that was struggling to keep its head above the wire. His legs kicked and thrashed, setting up waves that rocketed the robot, kept the filly inside for being able to get to him. Both shouted at each other, but the kid's head bobbed up and down beneath the waves, drowning his words out. Megan grated her teeth. Hold on, I'm coming! The wire rocked from Megan's voice, hissing the boat up and sending coal in the wire. Megan tapped her forehead. Damn it, Megan! She dove down under the wire and looked around, quickly spotting the colt. Her eyes twisted and dusted instantly. Her mane and tail flowed back. The mane plastering itself to her body, and the tail twisting around almost into something a fish would have. Her horn lit up, and she carefully, gingerly grabbed the colt. She flew up, taking the colt and also grabbing the filly. Megan touched out to the shore, placed both foals onto the sandy beach in front of her. She looked him over. You two all right? The colt coughed and sputtered, but not. I think so. He cleared his throat and wiped his eyes. He then batted the filly away as she fussed over him. I'm all right, Sassa. Sassa rolled her eyes. You weren't all right a few minutes ago, Sherhoof. She looked up at Megan and smiled. Thank you so much, Miss. Sassa's voice trailed off, eyes wide as he spot Megan's wings and horn. Who are you? Megan smiled. Oh, my name's Megan Richards. The smile fell away as soon as the words escaped her lips. Hell, damn it. Sassa Sirho's eyes went wide. Sassa shook her head. No. You can't be Megan Richards. Megan Richards is a human from Earth, not an Alcorn princess. Sirho patted her on her shoulder. Wait. Maybe it is Megan Richards. She's showing her true form. Maybe she's decided so she really is a Magne. Megan shook her head and waved a huff at Sassa. No. I'm not the Magne. Well, I sort of am, but not in the way you're thinking. You see, it's... She trailed off as she stared off in the distance. It's a bit of a long story, actually. She suddenly noted the low position of the sun in the sky, and how dark the sky was getting. And I don't have time. She knelt down and gathered her foals close to her wings. Listen, do either of you have an idea which direction Caroline's in? I really need to get there quick. Sassa and Sirho looked to each other, then up to Megan. Caroline's due south, Miss Megan, or Miss Magne, actually. Sassa said, bowing her head to her. Sirho nodded. It's about 300 miles, I think. You two bowed. Megan gently reached out on her wings and looked at her heads. Thank you very much, you two. There's no need to bow to me either. She stood up and looked around. The sun was now a thin silver on the horizon. Well, it was more than enough for Megan to orient herself and face south. She looked at the air and sped off, quickly disappearing into the sky. Sassa Sirho turned and galloped off. No one's gonna believe this, Sassa said. We had the Magne and helped her out. Sirho nodded, grinning. I know. Wait till we tell Mom and Dad about this! Megan looked down as the ground sped by. They had fallen. Clouds blocked most of the stars, but a few shone through. The moon was little more than a fuzzy patch behind them. Megan could see everything and everyone just fine. I could get used to this. She gasped as big-sided airships appeared overhead. She dodged and weaved around them, shouting, Excuse me! As he passed them by at transonic speeds. In nearly an hour, the familiar sight of Mount Euphorbus and Caroline itself rose, as if in green. Megan kicked her forelegs out once more to slow down, not only to avoid overshooting her target, but to better avoid any airborne obstacles. Finally, she was over the city itself. She flew down as slow as she could, circling around until she came upon Caroline Castle. Megan's eyes narrowed. Okay, no excavation, I think. She saw in front of the balcony and looked inside. Her heart jumped in joy when she saw inside. Oh, thank goodness! It was a small sitting room. Some bookshelves, a desk, chairs, and other amenities. At the desk sat Celestia herself. She was absent-mindedly leafing through a dog-eared copy of The Two Towers and sipping tea. Suddenly, she stood up, knocking the chair over. "Who's outside?" she commanded. Megan flew over to the balcony and touched down onto it. She swallowed, kicked the air. "Celestia! Ah! I'm not so sure how to say this, but..." She gasped as Celestia walked through the double doors and outside. Celestia's eyes widened as she took sight of Megan in. She stepped back and leaned first to the left, then to the right. She locked eyes with the encore before her. By the herd. By Great Bonnie herself. "Megan, is that you?" Megan nodded. "Yeah, it's me, Celestia." She turned her head and looked herself over. "I know it's hard to believe, but..." Celestia reached over and wrapped a foreleg around Megan's neck in a tight hug. Tears streamed down her face. "Oh, thank goodness you're alive. I was so worried about you when that barrier went up and that other Celestia was there." Megan let out a deep breath and shrank into herself. She returned the hug and her eyes stung with moisture. In a second, she was crying too. The room's inner door opened and a hoof maiden poked her head in. "Princess, are you all right? I heard voices." Celestia screwed her eyes shut and nodded. "I'm fine," she said slowly. "I wasn't before, but now it's a little better." The hoof maiden, featherful, stepped into the room proper. She tried to speak, but froze as she caught sight of Megan. "Princess, if I may ask, who is that?" Celestia turned and looked at Featherful. She slid out of the hug and stepped around to Megan's side. She looked at Megan, then to Featherful, then back to Megan. She walked forward and placed a hoof on Featherful's mouth. "First, it's Megan. Second, I need you immediately to go and get Luna." She paused for a second and cocked her head to the side. "She's in the Senate chamber." Her horn glowed as she rolled up a scroll with a large red seal popped into existence. "This will get you in without any questions." She leaned over to with me and, "Don't tell anyone." Featherful took the scroll with her magic, bowed her head to Celestia, and glanced at Megan with wide eyes before turning and galloping off. Megan let out a soft whinny. Her head hung low and her mane dropped to the floor. "Liz, it's been one of the most exciting days of my life. And that includes the time the Decepticons attacked my hometown in 1985. She dropped to the floor. "I'm so tired." Celestia walked over and dropped down next to her. "I have so many questions, but they can wait for when Luna gets here. Right now, I'm glad you're safe." She folded a cup of tea over. "How's your telekinesis?" Megan half smiled. "Probably better than my flying. Right now, I don't want to chance it." She opened her mouth as Celestia tilted the cup forward to sip some tea. The two sat there for a few moments. Finally, a dark blue mist flew into the room, close to Luna herself. She stared down at Celestia and Megan, her expression one of naked shock. "I do not believe this, but yet my eyes, and my magic..." She dropped down to the floor. "Megan, what did this false Celestia do to you?" Megan nickered and slowly stood back up, Celestia and Luna following. "It's not a long story, but there's a lot to it." She started at the beginning, detailing everything the other Celestia had told her. When she ended up in Equestria after teleporting into Antarctica, all the way arriving at Castle Caroline. When he swore it, Celestia and Luna's expressions grew darker and more somber. And at the end, Luna shook her head. "How could any of us be so foolish as to trust Discord of all beings?" Megan shrugged. "I don't know much about beyond a few fragments and what made us slip out during a telepathic chance. Quite frankly, I don't care." She held her horn up high and stored steam. "She threatened my family and..." Megan suddenly gasped. Her horn lit up and both Celestia and Luna were drawing close to her. "The Yale! The Yale! She was talking to me when this whole damn thing got started!" She closed her eyes and hopped from hoof to hoof. "Oh God, is she alright?" She shook the two with her magic. "Inside!" Celestia's magic flared, and Megan's grip on her was broken. "Megan, it's all right. Calm down. Calm down." She reached out and placed a hoof on Megan's shoulder. Danielle's in Ponyville right now. She's checking out our side of the Rainbow Bridge. She's strong, Megan, just like her parents. Megan barked a laugh. Won't call myself strong, Celestia. I've been having to fight off that force of that crazy version of you ever since I got chased into this. She held the foreleg and looked over. Not even sure why I am anymore. Am I an Alcorn now? Can I go back to being human? She went outside. I just don't know anything right now. Celestia's lips pursed. Megan, I don't know how or what it'll take, but I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will make this right. Megan opened her mouth slightly, but it quickly stretched out as she yawned. She folded a leg over her head. I need to go see Danielle. I got to. Her waist dropped and her body rocked back and forth. I had to get to. Her mouth stretched once more and yawned. This time she didn't even bother to cover it. Luna reached out a hoof to make his chin and held her head up. She wanted to stare to her and Luna's eyes glowed white. Megan, sleep. Megan's eyes rolled back into her head, her entire body slumped down. In a second, she was gently snoring. Celestia yelled to cut Megan's drooping body. She floated a pillow over and placed it below Megan's head. Luna, what the hey? Luna stood over Megan, face impressive. Celestia, she's exhausted, mentally and physically. Even an owl snap will help her while we retrieve Danielle from Ponyville. She held him hoof. I know we could teleport there ourselves, but Megan really does need to rest, and I suspect Danielle would appreciate her mother getting it. Celestia stared at Luna for a moment before sharply nodding. She walked over to the desk, and a quill and a parchment floated up to her. She scribbled a note on the parchment, rolled it up, and teleported away. She should receive that momentarily and be back in Carolot soon. The door opened, and Featherful stumbled in, panting and snoring. She leaned against the door jamb, body trembling. Princess! Celestia! She sucked in her breath and one gasp wore out. I told Luna she disappeared on me and flew out and tried to catch her, but she was too fast and too many people were trying to get to her and tried to stop a dozen times. Is there anything else I can do for you? 10 seconds later, Fancy Pass, fighting steel, shining armor followed up behind Featherful, slightly winded, but nonetheless all right. Fancy Pants spotted the still sleeping Mount of Megan as Mongols swim about. I say! Well, what we really did have to see for ourselves. Went to Celestia. Princess, is that the Monet? Spaz of Steel side out surprised. Like the prophecies of the Muchik. Celestia blinked. Well, that saves me a step. She went to her own desk and over to the three. Come on in, Tittle Stallions. We have a long night ahead of us. Dr. Hooves floated 20 feet in the air. Ditsy was to one side, and frightening raindrops on the other, holding his forelegs and maintaining his position in front of the equestrian side of the bridge. Trixie, who had canceled her tour of Flare Valley when the news reached her at the crisis, and Mrs. Sparkler were below him, both using their telekinesis on him for added safety. He clutched his sonic screwdriver between his teeth, waving it about as he scanned the hole in the sky. Below him, Danielle stood and craned her neck back, looking at him. She wobbled a bit, but managed to remain vertical. Mare stood by her, along with numerous other ponies, including the Cutie Mark Crusaders and a few humans. She cut to her hands to her mouth. Got anything? The doctor switched off his screwdriver and motioned to Ditsy and raindrops to lower him. He fired down and gently released him a foot off the ground, letting him land with a mild thud. He turned and trotted over to Danielle. Alright, good news and bad news time. He held the screwdriver up and looked at the scare end. The Rainbow Bridge itself is intact. Time still flows the same in Equestria as it does on Earth. He braced himself. The bad news is that the barrier is immensely powerful. It's like a sky trench. Murmurs of equal parts relief and concern swept through those who were standing about. But it quickly died down as they refocused on the doctor and Danielle. Danielle braved out, dropped to her knees and hugged the doctor. Thanks, doctor. Doctor's cheeks colored, but he quickly leaned in a hug. I just wish I had bad news, Danielle. Sorry about that. Danielle shook her head. It's something at least. At least better than we had before. Tracy leaned on her head to the side. She reached out, gently patted Danielle on the forearm. Danielle glanced at Trixie, Went her arm around. Grizzly Trixar's forearm. Has smile there. Thanks. This hasn't been the best day for anyone, probably. Trixie snorted and rolled her eyes. Gee, I wonder why. Her expression turned serious as she looked at the doctor. Okay, any ideas how to get to Earth? Can we use that time machine of yours in the backyard to, I don't know, get there somehow? Doctor broke from Danielle's embrace and turned to Trixie. He locked eyes on her a second before looking to the night sky, the moon overhead. To get to Danielle's Earth, well, it's possible. Paced back and forth. I mean, if I could get another power source, then definitely. Interdimensional travel's tricky, though. If you don't have a precise quantum signature, you could end up in reality where we're all stripped. Or worse, all talking paths. He started to say, I can't even believe I said that. Danielle held up a hand. Trixie, it's a good idea, but not sure it's the right time. She slowly stood up. Even if we get there, and that's a blank if, I'm not sure what I'd be able to do there. She abruptly covered her mouth as she yawned. After, she held her arm and looked at her wristwatches. Good Lord, how did it get so late? Dizzy tried over to Danielle, flew up to high level. Danielle, you've been fighting back and forth for hours with almost no rest. She grabbed Danielle by the shoulders and spun her around, started pressing her towards Ponyville. You need to sleep. You need this for a few hours. You're in no condition to do anything at the moment. Danielle stumbled a bit for Ditsy's pride. Holly, slow down! She turned around and held her hands up in front of Ditsy. I know. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to sleep at a time like this. She looked up at a hole in space and kicked at the grass. Mom's over there. Shale, Dad, Uncle Danny, Aunt Molly. Here I am in Equestria. And I can't do a damn thing to help. Trixie, Sweetbell, Applebloom, Scootaloo, and Dinky all ran over to Danielle and Ditsy. Sweetbell wrapped a foreleg around Danielle's leg. If you want, I can sing a lullaby, Danielle. Applebloom smirked. I don't think that keep her awake, but I could go to Scoris and get you some herbal sleeping thing. Scootaloo stuck her tongue out, gagged. That would taste horrible. No, what Danielle needs is a nice cloud pillow, and I'll do some Pegasus to make that. Dinky carried back and forth. No need something to put in. Her horn lit up and Trixie's hat floated over her head and over to Dinky. Popped into Philly's head, swelling up. I'm the king and powerful. That's you heard it. Just a deal. A daring adventure. It's just like a scene again. Dinky being covered with Trixie's hat is the most adorable thing ever. Trixie stared at Dinky. Her horn flared and hat teleported onto her head. She tried to Danielle's side and started shooing the Crusaders away. What Danielle needs is a peace and quiet, girls. She craned her head around and looked up at Danielle. You're not staying at Golden Oaks tonight. Not by yourself. I've got room at the theater for you, and I am not taking no for an answer. Danielle held up a hand, dropped her arm slowly nodded. All right, Trixie, you win. She leaned forward and patted the side of Trixie's head. Thanks. She looked at the Crusaders. A year for. Thanks for wanting to help. Puff of smoke erupted in front of Danielle. She recoiled but stopped as he cleared, revealing a scroll. She grabbed it and unfurled it, skimming through it. She gasped and tossed it in the air. Mom's here! Sweetbell's head darted back and forth. Where? Danielle looked around, finally spotted Caroline in distance. There, Caroline! She said, pointing up at sea. She raced over to the quartet of guards that brought her to Ponyville. How soon can you get hooked up to your chair? You get me there! Pegasus straightened up and slid. Give us 5 minutes, researchers. You'll be on your way back. Danielle smiled at him. Thanks. Trixie and the doctor galloped over to her. We're coming with you, Trixie said, and we're still not taking no for an answer. At the very least, you need someone to keep you awake on right there. Doctor nodded. You might need an expert on interdimensional travel, in case you decide to make the trek, that is. Danielle barked to laugh. Welcome aboard. She looked over at Ditsy. Ditsy, you're in charge till we get back. Mare, stunned for the most part until now, scoffed. All sit. She placed a hoof on her chest. I am still the mayor of Ponyville. Tracy smirked. Right, you're right. Ditsy, you're in charge until we get back. Ditsy reared back her hind legs and slid. You can count on me, Trixie! Nearly an hour later, Danielle, Trixie, and the doctor were airborne and rapidly approaching Canterlot. The city built into Mount Eophis glittered, even in the low moonlight. She bit her lip as the yacht threatened to escape, but her body shuddered. She spared a glance at her wristwatch. Nearly 1 a.m. I need caffeine, or to sleep for 18 hours. We'll see where it goes first. The Sky Terrier slowed down as it approached one of the tallest towers of Carolina Castle. The Pegasi touched down on a balcony, jutting out tried to a halt. Jesse's horn glowed and the rear door swung open, allowing them to disembark. Danielle ran out the chariot and through the balcony doors to the inner room. As she scanned to a halt, she quickly spotted Celestia, Luna, and a familiar seeming alicorn. He leaned back and locked eyes with her. She slowly covered her mouth with gas as recognition set in. Mom! Megan swallowed and tenderly stepped forward to Danielle. She looked at Danielle's lap and rubbed her wings in nervousness. Yeah, Danielle, it's Molly. I know this might sleep a bit. Danielle reached forward and hugged her mom's neck. Tears streamed down from her bloodshot eyes and down her cheeks. She stood there, rocking back and forth. Megan leaned into the hug and wrapped her wings around Danielle. She too cried. Tears of relief and exhaustion flowed freely. Trixie and the doctor walked into the room. Trixie's right eye arched to the sight of Danielle and Megan. Louise! She suddenly sucked in a breath. Oh, hey. Is that Megan? She took her head off and dropped low to the ground, forehead almost touching the floor. Dr. Sarah's open mouth shocked, finally uttering a single word. What? Danielle finally broke the embrace. Wiped her nose with her shirt sleeve and sniffed. What happened? Megan swallowed and took in several deep breaths. It's complicated, but here goes. Value to chieftains. King is floated before Spiker and the Old, king of the dragon clans. We're not entirely sure of the threat facing Earth, but we do know we've been cut off and that some thing appeared over there, and there's every indication of hostile intent. She bowed her head low. We request the aid of the dragon clans, Your Majesty. Spiker snorted. Jack black plumes of smoke snorting from his nostrils. He went down to the clan heads all around, sitting on their horns and listening to Keen's maintenance.
I will go myself. Whatever is threatening Earth, threatening Megan, there will not be threatening her much longer.
Jorman's Duran stood up.
Spiker, you cannot go to Equestria to help. It is not a good time for that. Spiker roared, What in the name of Draco would you have me do, Hatchling? An allied nation calls for help. A friend is in danger. What would you expect me to do?
Jorman rose from the horn and stuck forward, head and neck low to the ground. He looked up to Spiker and
I would expect you to realize what time of the year it is. Or are you so enfeebled-minded as to forget the trials of the younger?
Spiker gasped and recoiled slightly.
Yeah. This is that time already.
Kay spun around to face Jorman. Trials of the younger? Oh, right. I remember attending those 20 years ago. Jorman bared his face to her his best smile.
I remember you there, Cadence. You and Celestia honored us with your presence.
He drew up in full height.
Unless it's physically impossible, the king of the clans entreads the trials. I am sorry, Spikerin.
Low cow came from Spikerin. Clenched his hands tight enough for his claws to pierce the scales on his palms and draw blood.
You are right. But still, Equestria and Earth need help.
Megalon slithered forward and twirled her body around to a corkscrew. Yes, they need help. But probably not the help you can find, Sparker. I have a feeling this calls for knowledge, and not brute force. This may not be a problem you can solve by hitting it. She sorted Cadence aside. I will fly with you, Cadence, and help as I can. Cadence swallowed and bowed her head. Thank you, Meilong. How soon can you be ready? Maiden flew back to her horn, dove her head into a pile and gulped down several mouthfuls of gold, jewels, and other precious metals. She suddenly thrust her head into the air and let out a long gout of flame. Much better. As he stretched out and flew to the east, apparently small wings flaming rapidly. Keeves reared back and kicked the air. Wait for me! As he flew a few feet, but stopped, turned, and bowed to Spikerin. Thank you, Your Majesty. And as he sought after Mei Long. Within moments, both had dwindled to small dots into the sky. A minute after, they disappeared below the horizon. Most roads, streets, and highways in Kentucky that led to the Rainbow Bridge had become clogged with people streaming away from it, and the barrier that enveloped it. Their cars and other vehicles loaded down with whatever they could take before leaving. They moved away as fast as possible, several streets becoming one-way traffic to increase flow. One street, however, had two vehicles heading toward the barrier. They were a white 1984 Martini racing a Porsche 935-76 with blue and red racing stripes, and a bright red Cybertronian sports car with flame decals on the hood and trailing along the doors. Dear Jazz, member of the Autobot Council, and Hot Rod, ambassador for Cybertron to Earth. Hot Rod's engines revved up and he sped up. 2 hours, Jazz. If we hadn't left 2 hours earlier, we could have helped up against that attack. Jazz's high beams brightened. Hey, we got out as quickly as we could, and we're almost to the command post. They kept a lid on a sideways version of Question by themselves. Humans aren't as helpless as they used to be. Hotline growled. I know. Primus knows how good I am, but still grinds my gears. They're our friends, our closest allies. The pair passed through several checkpoints, finally arriving at the command post. As they pulled up, hard-light holograms of humanoids coalesced into existence of their driver's seats. Daz's avatar was somewhat lanky, with dark skin, short hair, and a bright smile. He wore an impeccably tailored three-piece suit to fit him perfectly. Hot Rod's avatar was rather more muscular, pale skin with sunglasses, castle of clothes, and his hair towed into a ponytail. Nice! A reference to Scatman Carruthers and the guy who played the Polygon Breakfast Club. I love a good reference. Outside the command post stood Marissa and Bat. They straightened up as Jazz and Hot Rod pulled up to the curb, and the avatars disembarked. Hot Rod stood up to Marissa and hugged her, looking her off the ground. Hey, Marissa. Marissa squirted and kicked and bared her teeth. Hot Rod, what the hell is the matter with you? Put me down! Hot Rod swallowed, dropped Marissa back to her feet. He scratched the back of his head, swallowed. Sorry, forgot myself just a bit. It's good to see an old friend, you know? Marissa punched him in the shoulder. I know, but I'm on duty, and so are you. She turned to Bat and tugged down the front of her uniform. My apologies, General. Bat held up her hand. Forgive it, Commodore. He turned to Jazz. So, Jazz straightened up to attention and saluted Bat. General, Councilor Jazz and Cybertron report as per the Geneva Accords. Bat sat to attention and returned to salute. Thank you, Commander. He turned his head, looked down the street, and directed the two Autobots came for. Who else is coming? Jazz followed his gaze and looked at the command post. You got one of those big situation monitors inside, right? Inside, the four stood in front of the main wall-mounted screen. Jazz's eyes turned bright green, and twin beams of light shot from them, hitting a sensor right below the screen. We figured it'd be one bad traffic jam if every Autobot in the area showed up around the police station, so they're deploying around the barrier. On the screen, small Autobot symbols appeared at various points around the barrier. Batlight was a sigh of relief. Thank God. He squinted as he read names floating beside the symbol. Are there any more coming? Hot Rod spoke up. This is what we could get right away. We got resources organizing in Autobot City, but the rest are scattered all over the globe and even the Sol system. He rocked back and forth on his heels. And most all the big guns like Omega Supreme or the Combiners are on Cybertron itself or Deep Space. Optimus is bringing in a small army on Iacon 1, but that's still a ways away. He cleared his throat, went to the floor. Sorry, General. Bat nodded, patted Hot Rod on his shoulder. You can't fight for all our battles for us, Hot Rod. Rest of Roger Chen. Well, we should be able to keep any attacks contained, especially with the air and national forces on our way. What about the barrier itself? It's only a matter of time before that other Celestia begins expanding again. What then? Jess's eyes stopped glowing. He turned to the others. I know Wheeljack and Perceptor are doing their extreme science to try and figure something out. But you're right. Pointing to the barrier Rainbow Bridge. We gotta get back to Equestria. They're probably the best ones to knock that thing down. That side. So we gotta get to Equestria to help get the barrier down. And right now, the only way to Equestria is behind that barrier. So to get the barrier down, we have to go through the barrier to get to Equestria to get what we need to get that damn barrier down. Brandon snuggles across the screen in frustration. Damn it! Rooster glances at the screen. You might not be so bad off, General. Twilight Sparkle and fellow Elements of Harmony are in Washington, D.C., last I heard. Sea and Rainbow Dash are the ones who created the new Rainbow Bridge. And if there's anyone who can figure a way to get to Equestria, it's her. We can only hope, Matt responded. We're going down fine, but if that barrier's not stopped, this Queen Celestia might succeed where Megatron, Cobra Commander, Cobra La, Meltar, and others failed. Dash shook his head. General, if the worst happens and Earth fails, you won't be alone. No matter what, Cybertron will stand with you, as you did for us. Oh yeah.